Ours is a unique collaboration, academic and practitioner, but we argue necessary for explaining how politics constrains the Fed's conduct of monetary policy. And we want to introduce a slightly but important new notion of interdependence. We're going to explore that, and we're going to look at the evidence of the ways that these two institutions have influenced one another. The Fed's impact on Congress and the impact of politics on the Fed. Congress always retains the power to reopen and revise the governing law, the Federal Reserve Act, and has periodically, if not often, used it to revise the powers and governance of the Fed. We try to show that the Fed's power is therefore contingent on securing political support. That political support from Congress is contingent on the Fed's stewardship of the economy. Congress clearly depends on the Fed. Why? They need a body of experts to steer the economy. 535 people have a hard enough time raising revenue and spending it.
The public blames the Fed for economic downturns. We're looking for evidence that the public holds the Fed accountable for the state of the economy. Do citizens know whom to blame in the wake of a crisis? There is some evidence here, right, that either Congress is succeeding here in casting blame on the Fed and the public picking up on that. Of course, it's also possible it's the other way around, right? The public knows whom to blame and Congress amplifies that by piling on and blaming the Fed as well. As unemployment rises, more people out of work, legislators blame the Fed and threaten to open up the act to reform the Federal Reserve Act. That strikes us as classic blame-avoiding behavior. Fed officials understand the importance, I think, we show in the book, of political support and seem to have very finely tuned political antennae, worried about when that support might disappear.
Fed claims that it has independence, particularly for setting monetary policy. It is, as Sarah and I have shown just this afternoon, acutely sensitive to the need to secure political support for their policy choices. Blame game dynamics will shape the Federal Reserve. Ultimately, Congress's counter-cyclical focus endows the Fed with some autonomy when the economy is strong, but hems it in when the economy falters. At best, the Federal Reserve earns partial and contingent independence from Congress, and thus we conclude barely any independence at all.